In the near future, the Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation will reach a major milestone: 100 multi-purpose synthetic turf facilities built across the country. It's just one more step in the transformational work the foundation has done since its founding in 2001. Every year, more than 1.5 million kids are impacted by youth development parks and programming implemented by the Cal Ripken Sr. Foundation. Steve Salem joined the organization as executive director in 2006 and now serves as the president and CEO. Salem has spent a lifetime serving youth, from helping pass child safety legislation to serving as a vice president at the Boys and Girls Club of America. Let's talk about Steve Salem for a minute. By the way, nice beard. You forgot to raise it? What happened?
Thank you.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
Yeah, of course. 13 years with the Boys and Girls Club before Ripken. What motivated you, and what was the catalyst to the public good, the public sector, the fundraising sector? It's so special. How did you get involved?
Well, it's a long answer, but I'll give you the short version of the story. So I grew up in Connecticut, about 1.5 miles away from Bridgeport, Connecticut. I lived in Fairfield. Bridgeport was a stone's throw away, and it's a world away. I mean, there is nothing for these kids in Bridgeport, which is not so different than other communities around the country: West Baltimore, South Central LA, Southeast, Southwest Washington, D.C., some neighborhoods. And I spent a lot of time in Bridgeport, and I didn't understand how on one side of the line it could be so nice, and on the other side of the line, nothing. And I used to ask my grandmother about that, and she would say, and that this is the honest answer, she'd say, when you have a chance, you can help change it. And that's always stuck with me. But the more immediate answer is, I had some important mentors in my life who directed me in a way that, I'm really grateful for. My uncle, who served under Ronald Reagan, a guy named Robbie Calloway, who is still my mentor. Everybody needs a mentor, and that's what we're trying to provide for these kids, these mentoring opportunities, so that they see someone cares about them and gives them positive direction, because it's easy to get lost.
And from the Ripken Foundation perspective, what are you most proud of working with Cal on behalf of Cal's father to implement these fields around the country?
Yeah, well, I mean, we have a lot to be proud of these days, but I think the answer is these fields, these parks that we're building, because they're going to be here long after we're all gone. And they're impacting hundreds of thousands of kids every year. Kids we will never know, we will never meet, but you're talking about a population of kids where it's so easy for them to go in the wrong direction. It's hard enough for any kid, but you go into a neighborhood where there are no male role models, and they're surrounded by negative influence. Their life is flooded with negative influences. What chance do they have to make the right decision? None. And then so somebody comes into their life, intervenes, and says, why don't you come over to this field? Billy Ripken says it wonderfully. We're trying to give these kids a chance. They can go this way to the negative influences, or they could go over this way to the field and see what's going on. And they always choose the field, always choose the field. And so we have a chance. We get our arms around them, and we start teaching them some of the skills they need to break the cycle that they're in and head in a positive direction. And that's what we're trying to do.
What is it about sports that provides the platform that makes this philanthropy either much easier, or what do you think is the essence of the power of sports?
Yeah, I don't think the sports makes the philanthropy easier. It does not make the fundraising easier. But what it does do is provide a hook with these kids that they understand. Everyone wants to have fun. Every kid wants to run around and play and laugh and roll around on the ground. These are kids that have never seen really beautiful green grass. I mean, it's that kind of neighborhood. It's a urban jungle, right? And now there's this beautiful, lush, green field. What kid wouldn't be drawn to that? So I don't think it's sports. I think it's that helps with the philanthropy. I think it's the vehicle, though, to help draw the kids in. It's the hook. And once the kids are there and you have success, well, then people want to be part of success, and then you're able to fundraise. But I don't think it's any different than using the arts, for these kids, which is also a wonderful way to reach these kids. But it's a lot easier to do it on a large scale with sports, and that's the beauty of sports.
Well, the kids, Cal, the industry should be happy that you're involved in this process. Steve Salem, thank you very much.
Thank you, Rick.
Appreciate it.